Versatile Mage. Chapter 345. Natural Enemy. The glowing rain of arrows poured down from the air like a golden storm. A few arrows might not be enough to scratch the surface of a commander-level demon beast's skin, but a few hundred, or even 1,000 of them, was a completely different story. The giant poisonous centipede did not expect to find such a powerful magician among the group of humans. Due to its dark element, the light element turned out to be one of its greatest weaknesses. Each of the light arrows easily penetrated and melted through its carapace. The demon beast burst out screaming in pain when the boiling golden rays burned through its wounds. Plummeting rays. Sacred chant. The cleansing force was deadly against evil beasts. The giant poisonous centipede was full of poison, so every single drop of its blood was terrified of the light arrows containing the cleansing force of the sacred chant. As the light arrows poured down, instead of blood splattering from the piercing of sharp weapons, the golden arrows actually melted the demon beast's carapace like burning iron melting through wax. No matter how thick its flesh and how sturdy its carapace were, the cleansing force of the sacred chant was still able to penetrate through them. The giant poisonous centipede shook its body wildly before it started rolling on the ground in pain. Every single movement of its tail would cause the entire area to shake vigorously. Mo Fan quickly fled the scene. He was satisfied with one commander-level soul remnant. He was not too fussy about killing this giant poisonous centipede. However, the light element was indeed inflicting critical damage on the demon beast. The giant poisonous centipede could barely hold itself together. If they were to add more firepower to the attack, they would be able to deal a critical blow to it. The giant poisonous centipede wriggled, trying to locate the magician casting the light element magic at it. It curled its tail before slamming it hard on the ground. The surface of the ground cracked rapidly. It spread to Li Man's position like a fissure. Li Man dodged aside with great agility. However, some of the light arrows lost their accuracy, weakening her damage output. The giant poisonous centipede hurled pieces of rocks in Li Man and Zhang Xiaohu's direction. They might be pieces of rocks in the eyes of the giant poisonous centipede, but to Zhang Xiaohu and Li Man, they were giant boulders flying toward them. They quickly dodged the incoming projectiles. The giant poisonous centipede utilized the chance and escaped toward the center of the swamp. It only had a few limbs remaining and was purely wriggling like a snake. It plunged right into the mud as it lost its balance, and swam swiftly deeper into the swamp. "Don't let it escape," yelled Zhang Xiaohu subconsciously. The giant poisonous centipede was almost dead. It was the perfect chance to kill it. A commander-level demon beast would surely drop a lot of valuable loot. Off you go," replied Li Man. Mo Fan was not interested in chasing after the beast, either. His experience was telling him that killing a commander-level demon beast was extremely troublesome. Although the demon beasts that had managed to rank up to the commander level would have different levels of strength, they would surely have outstanding capabilities at escaping or surprise attacks as their trump cards. Li Man had yet to fully recover from the poison, thus she could not fully utilize her strength. Meanwhile, Mo Fan and Zhang Xiaohu were only intermediate magicians. Even with their soul seeds, they still could not inflict any serious damage to the commander-level demon beast. The giant poisonous centipede had already surprised them by winning the fight against the Xuanwu giant lizard. It had already assisted them in killing the Xuanwu giant lizard. If they chased after it due to greed, the whole group would end up being wiped out. "Forget it. Unless we have a way to trap the giant poisonous centipede, we won't be able to kill it." Mo Fan did not seem interested in chasing after the beast. Li Man shared the same thought. If both Mo Fan and Zhang Xiaohu were advanced magicians, the three of them might have a chance at entrapping the severely injured giant poisonous centipede. However, they were only intermediate magicians. It was quite a miracle that their plan had actually killed the Xuanwu giant lizard. "So you're an advanced magician. Why didn't you tell us sooner? We wouldn't have had to try so hard to make the plan work," Zhang Xiaohu exclaimed, with a hint of admiration. Li Man seemed rather young from her looks, but her strength was rather impressive. It won't make any difference. We won't be able to defeat these monsters, said Li Man. No way. Does this mean an advanced magician can't defeat a commander-level demon beast? Zhang Xiaohou blurted out in astonishment. Li Man shook her head and said, only the strongest among the advanced magicians are able to take on a commander-level demon beast on their own. That being said, most of them wouldn't be able to kill the commander-level demon beasts either, as the beasts will run away when the situation isn't right. Commander-level demon beasts are highly intelligent. They know how to set up traps like humans. On top of that, the endless warrior level and servant class demon beasts under its lead are quite a pain to deal with already. No wonder Boss San Kong never managed to kill the Darkwing Wolf. Doesn't that mean he is considered an expert among the advanced magicians, since he dares to fight the Darkwing Wolf on his own? Zhang Xiaohou was even more impressed with his superior. Magicians had to come up with a perfect plan in order to eliminate a commander-level demon beast. First of all, they would have to deal with oceans of servant class and warrior level creatures, as the commander-level demon beasts could expend them as free pawns. Second, the strength of a healthy commander-level demon beast was equivalent to 6 or 7 advanced magicians. Even the weaker ones would still be equivalent to 5 advanced magicians. Furthermore, these creatures had outstanding endurance and strong life forces. Even after the advanced magicians fully depleted their energy, the beasts would still be vigorous and lively. Finally, the commander-level demon beasts had great skills at escaping. Without a suitable plan to entrap the demon beasts when they were trying to escape, the magicians would never be able to kill them. Their enormous size allowed them to come and go as they wished. If the magicians were to chase after them, they would destroy the formation they had set up for the battle, and could even get themselves killed. They were only able to kill a commander-level demon beast this time due to several factors. The Xuanwu giant lizard and the giant poisonous centipede were already injured to begin with. They were also only fighting to their last gasps due to the grudges they had toward one another. Normally, most of the commander-level demon beasts would not go all out in the fights. Only servant-class demon beasts would do something stupid like that. Mo Fan cast a glance at Li Man and said with a smile, I bet the military doesn't want the giant poisonous centipede dead, either. Li Man nodded and replied, the giant lizard's horde has been out of control recently because they don't really have a natural enemy here. However, the giant poisonous centipede has killed the Xuanwu giant lizard, and its strength will improve significantly after it recovers. It and the giant lizards were like fire and water. It could help us suppress the growth of the giant lizards. I agree. Within a month, you won't find any giant lizards here in Zizhao Valley. Mo Fan nodded. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.